Welcome back, guys. In a previous episode we've seen that we put the engine inside of a car. So now what we're gonna start working on the electrics, and that's gonna be a nightmare job to do. As it turns out, I need half of the wiring for the ECU from my old engine loom, so I need to disconnect all the wiring from there. I need to take out the half of the wiring from here to there. Okay, I have no clue. Let's try it. So that's how far I am with electrics now. I had to take out those two connectors from my old engine loom. Then I had to cut out everything what was unnecessary. So that was like a automatic gearbox wiring. And afterwards, when I cut everything out, what I didn't need, I could connect the red wires and the black wires back together how it was on a factory one. Now what we need to do is to cut off the blue connector, which gonna go in here. And this connector specifically is gonna connect with the interior. I just need to find it out what kind of pins goes where. For the guy who doesn't know a lot about electrics, that's a big job. And I'm that guy. I have, like I said before, I have no clue. I can put the engine, I can change the spark plugs, I can change the rocket cover gaskets, or even put the gearbox and clutch back together in a car. But electrics, it's a different story. So but eventually it will start up and it will run, hopefully. Of course, this is completely a mess now at the moment, but that's only for starting purpose now. Afterwards we're gonna wire up everything nicely and it's gonna be fine. I took out half of the wiring from the M52 engine loom. I connected all those wires right side of the ECU. Well, it depends how you're looking. If you're looking like this, is on the right side. What we have here, I know that this one is supposed to be a starter motor wire, but when I connect this wire to a starter motor wire, which is black, the inside fan turns on. So I'm not too sure how it works out. So all the pinouts on a C101 says that this one is a starter motor. So I'm not too sure why it's working as a fan. Next thing, we got pin number 10. This controls the pump. And we got pin 27. Don't mind the colors because this plug is from the automatic gearbox. So pin 27 is controlling electric throttle body. So it opens and closes. Green wire from C101 is responsible for the ignition, and green with violet is responsible for the fuel pump. So you can connect everything to the red wires. Of course, you need to make all those red wires in one. If you connected all the wires correctly, the engine should start. I'm not too sure, I haven't started yet, and I'm willing to start it now. And I'm hoping it's gonna start. And afterwards I need to connect electric gas pedal and finish it up with a C101 plug. So the cluster would work properly and would show the RPMs and everything else. Of course the guy will need to change the cluster because this cluster is from the 4-cylinder. Yeah, this cluster is from the 4-cylinder and you need to have a cluster from the 6. Because when you're gonna start a car, RPM's gonna go way up and it's not gonna show it correctly. Let's put some fuel in the car because I know that there is like very old fuel in this car and it's not gonna even ignite properly. So let's put a fuel in the car and let's try to start it for the first time. Right, so the fuel pump, you can hear it's working without any issues. Now we need to just connect our throttle control. That works. Okay, let's try to fire it up for the first time. I think you need some help. This. We got it. Engine is running and it's running smooth. Let's try this again. We know that it starts now, but is it will start again. It's so loud. It's so loud, but finally it started. That was a mission. Okay, so now we know that our engine is working and it's starting. We can actually wire it up the throttle control body. I am wiring up now the pedal. I found a picture on Google of all the pins you need to connect to where. For example, I got pin 13 from the ECU to pin 6 to the pedal, and that's it. So you're just checking the numbers on your ECU pin. There's a pin count on there. It's pretty easy to follow. And then you're just checking the color for your pedal plug as well. And then you're just connecting two wires together and it's gonna work. Hopefully, if I done it right. I am adding now the picture I found on Google for the pinouts and how to connect your ECU and everything else for your E30. So pretty much it's easy to follow everything in here.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be
Thing is, I got only few pins in here, which is 9 wires. From those 9 wires, you need only 3 wires, which is gonna be 2 greens. One is green with yellow, another one is green. You need to connect those green wires to your positives, which is goes to the fuses and the relays. Then also you need 2 wires from here. It's gonna be pin number 10 and pin 27. Those 2 are responsible for your throttle control body and your fuel pump. So you getting those 2 wires as well to the positive where your relays and fuses are. If you done this, your engine is gonna start and it's gonna rev. From here, I haven't changed a lot and I haven't done anything. I just cut off black wire from which one? From this one, which as you can see goes here. That's your starter. So you're connecting black and yellow with your black, which is cut off from this plug. This plug is responsible for your coils. So you would have a spark. So you need to connect this plug with this one. Wire colors are brown and green, and then this one is brown and red with white. So you connect those 2 together and that's it, problem solved. And it's pretty much it. If you want to connect your cluster, you need to source for the wire. Well, sometimes it's a pin 9 on your X101 plug, which just goes from the E30 chassis. On my occasion, I don't have a pin 9 in here. So I need to source for that wire where to actually connect inside of the car. There is a small plug with 3 wires which is sticking out from the previous ECU, so I think it might be one of those wires. But before we sourcing for that wire, we need to plug in all the cooling so I could actually start the car and leave it running and look for that wire. Also, if you want to connect OBD2 plug, you only need 1 wire from this plug, which is X6004, and it's gonna be pin 32. You need to take out 1 wire, which is controls your ECU. Then you can wire up your OBD2 to this wire, and all the rest is just positive and negative wires. I'm saying simple, but when you're starting, it's just a nightmare job. I spent on this wiring a week and a half just to find it out what kind of wire goes where. It's not the easiest job, but if you're gonna follow the instructions I just said to you, it's gonna be pretty simple.
And that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
wiring is now kind of done. What we need to do next, we need to start putting the cooling system in a place, which is gonna be radiator, hoses, and everything else. Hey man, what's up? Nothing much, what are you doing? Nothing, working on a car. Have you told them to subscribe? No, I haven't told them yet. You really should tell them. Think we should tell them that? Yeah, you have to tell them that. Okay, you can tell them. Okay guys, make sure you're gonna subscribe this channel. Click that thumbs up button. There's a bell. You can press the bell as well if you want. Okay, go. Just press the bell. Okay, go. Press the bell. Press the bell. Yeah. Go sleep under the car. Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I will see you in the next episode.